Hey everyone, so recently I got a request for a what tools I'm carrying video. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to show you everything that I carry with me on my motorcycle for long trips. This is not bike specific. The new bike that I have, the Triumph Tiger, I don't have everything that I need for that exact bike. Most of this stuff is just general. These are the tools that I carry for any bike. Some of it's left over from the 1200 GS, so I still need to go through and figure out what fits the Triumph. But this is everything that I carry with me for a long trip anyways. So the first thing and the most often used item is my tire pump. I have this one from Dynaplug. I've been very happy with it. I will leave a link down in the description below to this exact one. Inside here I also have some tire plugs. I prefer the rope style as opposed to, I've used the mushroom style in the past and those don't really work that well. Here's the rest of the tools for plugging a tire. Like I said, this is the thing that I use most often. Unfortunately, I've had a lot of flat tires in my career. And now as far as tools, so I carry them in this moly pouch. It's a little heavy. I could probably get rid of some of the stuff that's in here, but let's go ahead and see what I have in here. Okay, in no particular order, I have some rubber gloves. Those are always nice to have and they pack pretty small. Some more rubber gloves. I have some blue Loctite. I have a tow strap, just in case I get stranded somewhere out off-road and I can get somebody to tow me out if the bike happens to break. It's a pretty small item to carry and I think it's definitely worth it if it saves you from having to call a tow truck. I got some JB Weld. That always comes in handy. Definitely had to use that in the past. I have a rag, just to wipe things down. This is not my rag for the chain. I'm not including that in this video, but I do carry chain lube and chain cleaner and a rag specific for that. This is just for repair type stuff. This tiny screwdriver I actually have because it's a magnet on this end, and it's definitely come in handy. I do think in the future that I'm going to invest in a collapsible, extendable magnet that can reach a little farther because I can get bolts out that I drop into the bike that are only this far away. But if I got one of those telescoping ones, I'd have a lot more space to work with. Some electrical tape, some red Loctite. I have this ratchet here. This one seems to be working well for me. I don't know what brand it is, but I've had good luck with it and it's not super heavy. This is one of my favorite pieces of kit. This is a needle nose vice grips. These definitely come in handy. This here is my star bit Allen keys. I have some super glue. I have a marker in here for some reason. I think I had this on the GS to kind of do a little touch up on the black paint. More electrical tape. I have a screwdriver with changeable tips. Crescent wrench. I have some Allen wrenches that should be in here. I have two extensions for the ratchet, which is actually 3. Some bolts, some extra bolts, more Allen keys that go in here. I have some zip ties. Definitely those are invaluable on the motorcycle. A couple of spare fuses down here. An extra key for my top case. And then in here, this is where it gets a little tricky because these are not motorcycle specific yet. These were what I carried for the 1200 GS. I'm not going to go through everything in here, but I'll just show you. I have assorted sockets, different sizes. Like I said, these are all for the 1200 GS, but some of these do work on the Triumph. So just assorted sockets and Allen wrenches, and this is what I really need to work on and figure out what I actually need to be carrying. Some of this stuff I could probably get rid of. This here, for example, is specifically for the clutch pressure plate on the 1200 GS. I probably don't need that size for the Triumph. So that's all the tools that I carry. Really don't have much more to say about this. I hope this is helpful if you're putting together a toolkit for your own motorcycle. What I do is every time I do maintenance on the motorcycle, I always use this kit so I can kind of pay attention to what I'm using and what I'm not using, and kind of unload stuff that I don't need. And if I find that I don't have something in here that I need for my bike, then I can go ahead and put that in here. I've heard of a trick where you put electrical tape on the bits that you use, and then do that for a while, and you'll see that some of them don't have tape on them, means you haven't used them. It's one way to kind of keep track of what you're actually using. But anyways, that's it for tools that I carry with me for a long motorcycle trip. I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ride safe.